the mirror of your dream. Make believe I'm everywhere, I'm hidden in the light. Written on the pages is the answer to a never-ending story.
And if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Don't read them. And if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Don't read them. Girls read comics. Girls have always read comics. Problem solved. White boys, comic book reader. Don't buy my book. Don't buy my book. I literally can't even think. We can have a little conference on that. Would you please get your politics out of my comic books? Don't read them. What comic books are you reading? What comic books are you reading? Would you please get your politics out of my comic books? Don't read them. What comic books are you reading? What comic books are you reading? Comic book reader. Comic book reader. May I curse? White boys, don't read them. We're very worried about comics right now. Independent comic sales are down. Mainstream comic sales are down. Everything in the mid-list is way down. You don't make a lot of money that way. There is nothing inherently masculine of heroism. There's nothing inherently masculine heroism. Girls read comics. Girls have always read comics. Problem solved. Magic! Going into the red on singles and not coming out until the trades. Stores are closing. You don't make a lot of money that way. So, don't. Comics are booming!
People are like, hey, way to go, Ethan, starting a live stream like 30 minutes before John Malin's live stream. I didn't know that. I didn't know John Malin. I'm over there working on my comic books, working on my art, working on my beautiful storytelling. And I'm like, I got to get in there. I got to do my live stream. I got to be committed to YouTube. Got to actually make sure that I'm doing YouTube every day. It's important. If I can't make a small video, we do a small live stream at night. That helps me stay in practice. Helps me to remember how to do radio. All of these things. What a jerk, says Young Butternut. Lol, sure, says Holy Hand Grenades. Now, why would I want to sabotage my friends? Why? Way to go, EVS. Jolly Green, I got your email. Don't worry, I'll get your order out tomorrow. I don't know how we missed you. Jolly Green, I'm a fan. I don't know what your real name is. I mean, that would probably help if I actually knew what your name was. But we're doing so good. Like today, I had Mikey kicking some ass. We got our bags and boards in. Am I too, is my mic too hot? Let me see there. Of course it's hot. I'm on it. Yeah. Sorry about that. That was really classless, tasteless. I apologize for the wink. Yeah, I got my bags and boards today. A guy came and dropped them off, big pallet of them. God, I felt like Rip-a-Verse. An enormous shipment of bags and boards. I was like, wow, this is what customer satisfaction must be all about. Shipping these comics in bags and boards. Amazing. And so Mikey, I whipped him and I made him work. I beat him like a slave. And I think he got the message. I really needed to give him a whipping. And I said, hey, listen, this shit's got to get done. Let's go. No more excuses. And so today, this is the campaign. We finally broke down underneath the final 1,000 orders. And I mean, this is 10,922 orders. I want you to understand the magnitude of this campaign. This was an enormous campaign, a campaign with a lot of moving parts. This wasn't just throwing a book into a Gemini. First putting it in the bag and board, in case we forgot to do that. This wasn't just doing that in a couple of bookmarks or whatever. Each package, every single order, had even the smallest orders. The smallest order, the basic order, was Wreck Planet, Heartsick Horror, Salamandroid, Color Zine. We had to package up 6 trading cards. We had to package up a keychain, 2 stickers, and then, of course, the Cyberfrog PVC. That is the smallest package. The fact that these boys did nearly, and I helped, okay, 11,000 of those. And that's not including the bigger packages, the honeycomb boxes, which are extraordinary. Every single comic book, every single copy of Wreck Planet signed. Was this a lesson? Did I learn something from this? No, I didn't. I'm going to continue to be stupid. Every $25 order for one of our campaigns is going to continue to be incredible value. Incredible value. Everybody that received this loved it. I think I got 2 complaints. One guy said, I'm never backing you again. I was so disappointed with this story. I said, what the fuck? Well, you can't please everybody. I mean, almost everybody, but not everybody. I think everybody was happy with this book, and I think that's what matters. Matt Cisco says, I got my replacements. Sorry if I'm nitpicky. I can send the others back if you want. You guys are the best. Matt, you're such a good customer. Keep the others. Use them as reading copies. I don't care what you do with them. We appreciate you. When Matt Cisco says one of my books got dinged or my book got dinged, whatever it is, it's all hands on deck. We make sure that we take care of you. Crack that belt, says God the Guard. Yeah, absolutely. We got to do that. JC Squared says, first, the empty word balloon. Natis. See? I know, man. I'm so proud. I'm so glad. We're at 912 more orders and we're done. We're done after that. I think that's like 4 days. Like, if I can get the boys to work as hard as they work today for the next 4 days, I think we can break through that 9. That's what I think. I think we can break through, and I think we can get the rest of those orders out. Maybe I'll help. I don't know. All right, let me see here. Liam complains, says maybe human. Hey, how did you guys like Liam Gray last night? Liam Gray, after the show was over, said, I got to tell you, he's like, thank you so much. I think Liam probably added $1,000 to his campaign, Dino King. You guys came through for him, probably got 17, 18 more backers who backed at high levels. I appreciate that. I'm grateful for you guys for doing that. Liam explained to me that there was peer pressure and that he might actually suffer some consequences from some friends for being a professional, being on this show, and working to sell his book. I told him, Liam, look, it's nothing personal. This isn't a cliquey thing here. You know, when you're Comicsgate, you make a commitment to helping other people and promoting each other's comics, making sure that you grab an oar, as John Malin once said. That's all you really need to do. And it's not personal. It's not about who's your friend and who isn't your friend around here. Listen, if you make yourself people's enemies, then that's going to be a problem. But this is a job. This is your career. You're trying to sell your comics. So get over here and be funny. Get on my show, be funny, and sell some comics. Mighty Magic says, I like Drag Planet. Oh, nice. Appreciate you. Let me see. Epoch252 says, have the international mail-in cut shipped yet? Every single John Malin cut is in the mail. That campaign is completely fulfilled as far as I know. I've asked Mikey, and he looks at me with a blank stare, and I say, it's done, right? And he goes, yeah. And then I had Andrea look at it, and she found 4 orders that were not done, but the rest of it was done. She packed and shipped those 4 orders, and they were to places like Puerto Rico and Guam. Which Mikey had trouble getting stamps.com to work because Puerto Rico and Guam are part of the United States, of the USPS. Like, he was confused by that. But we got those orders out. Don't worry. He says, received my red ball cap today. Excellent quality. I love it. Yeah, thank you so much for that, Epoch. Yeah, your order should be out, and you should receive it soon. We did ship the mail-in cuts differently in almost every order. Not every order. I think Andrea put a big box together with some mail-in cuts in it and some baseball caps for those 4 orders that she did. But almost everybody else received their mail-in cuts or had their mail-in cuts shipped separately from their hats because the mail-in cuts were about 2 weeks behind the apparel. So we wanted to make sure you got your apparel. Speaking of the quality of those red ball caps today, and thank you guys for making this work for us. Really appreciate it. I took down the last flash sale, which was a Comicsgate ball cap, and realizing that it is now winter time, and you guys are going to need beanies. You're gonna need beanies because it's cold out there, and it's cold today. Today it was like we woke up to like 35-degree weather, and I said, "Boy, I'll tell you, wintertime is upon us." So what I've done is the new flash sale is right here. Let me see. And by the way, just go to our eBay store and look at everything. But this is tonight's flash sale. It is for 24 hours. All 4 Comicsgate beanies, which I think are like $25 each ordinarily. What are the beanies? Let me see. Am I sharing this? Share this tab. Okay, hold on a second. Let me just check and see what a beanie is. Beanie is $25. So all 4 Comicsgate beanies are $70 just for tonight. Okay. We will pack these up and ship these out to you tomorrow. You will be able to get all 4 of the beanies, and they're all beautiful. I mean, look at the Comicsgate snake here. It says Creative Freedom. This is the one that I gave to Tim Pool, which is great. It's got a nice tag on it with the skull and crossbones, but the crossbones are pens and pencils. Creative Freedom, of course. That's what it's all about. CG skull and cross pen and pencil. Again, it is about creativity and art, being able to do whatever you want to do without being interfered with by people who have political agendas to stop us. So tonight you can get all 4 of these for $70. That would be $30 off. I think that's a good deal, right? It's a pretty good deal. We'll ship these out for you tomorrow. And thanks very much for making comics, all caps comics profitable. Andrea goes, are there any eBay sales? Did you do yeah, there are. There are eBay sales. Pack them up, sweetheart. And she does. She does it every morning. It's great. Thanks so much. Top quality, as you guys know. Jose M says, see Donaldus Rise. That first campaign or second chance? That's the first campaign. Let's take a look at the second chance and see where we're at there, just so that you know. We are kind of like dipping back and forth and doing a few second chance orders before we officially get into it. But the second chance is also, I got to blow this up so that you can't see any addresses. Let me just show you where the second chance campaign is right now. Second chance campaign fulfillment. There we go, right down here at the bottom. Can you see that or no? So is hold on a second. This might be blocking you. No, you can see it. Second chance placed under 1,000. 939 orders to go there. We've already shipped out 1,981 orders to you guys. Errors means that there's a note next to it. Somebody asked for something specific, so Andrea made a note on that order, and it shows up as an error there, which means we'll be able to find it again real quick and give you guys exactly what you're looking for. So that is that's where we're at. That's where fulfillment is, guys. Let me see. It was lovely. I turned it off. It was great. You turned it off. You didn't like Liam. Liam is weird. It was cool. Shindo Ketchup says, I watched the Cecil stream. F Liam. I heard Cecil was off the hook last night. I went in there for a little bit, but I was tired and I wasn't really paying too much attention. I wasn't really trying to work on that campaign. I mean, on that live stream. I just went in there to visit some friends because Cecil asked me to. When I say Cecil, get in here, that means I want Cecil in there. When Cecil says that to me, I'm going to return the favor. So let me see. Nasser Rabadi says, don't let Liam beat Creepsters. Creepsters too. Hey, Nasser. By the way, I saw some of your films where you have like a beard now and long hair. Crazy, dude. Crazy. Creepsters 2 by Nasser Rabadi. Go check it out tonight. Andrew Sabina says, I got my bloody Cyberfrog figure yesterday. Fantastic job on these toys, Z. Thank you. Yeah, I shipped out. Okay, so now I went to the warehouse and I shipped out a bunch of 2 of both orders. 2 complete sets. I did that today. I only had a couple hours to do it. We're very busy. But I'm working on the action figures while the boys right now are working exclusively on the comics. I go in there and ship out the action figures. Forest Publishing says, Blood and Sword goes live on Fund My Comic November 8th for the price of $5, physical or digital. Hail the mighty fans of CJ. Wonderful. Okay, cool. So we'll be paying attention to that as well. We got Literature Double in the chat, so shout out to him. Everybody's happy to see Literature Double whenever he arrives. Jay Obama fan says, Drunk Cecil was on fire last night. Yeah, that's what I heard. It was like old school, like classic Cecil. Very interesting. All right, hold on. Let me try to catch up with you guys here. I stop and I kind of talk for a little bit and lose where we are. I'll read the super chats as I find them. Lethargic Luminary says, got my box, my toys, my beanies, and the mailing cut within the last 2 weeks. Book was a great read. The toys are sick, and the beanies are even better than the first one. Nice. Yeah, I mean, seriously, everything is quality. I think we're fulfilling really, really well right now. We have 3 guys. You'll know their names. We got Mikey, we got Brighton, and we got Zach. And then on the weekends, sometimes we get a guy named Nick who comes in. He's a friend of Brighton. So that means we got 4 guys. And that's why those books went out with no bags and boards. We're out of bags and boards. We had a supply chain issue, and I had 4 boys working at the warehouse. I was like, I can't let that, like, I got to get something out in the mail. Like, I don't know what these guys are going to do if we don't have bags and boards. We got to get books out. So they did. They got a bunch of orders out, and it's like, I don't know. I guess it was controversial. People were unhappy, but I just thought, wouldn't you rather just have the books? Maybe that's what people, who knows? Anyway, that might have been a mistake. We got dunked on so hard by everybody over that. Oh, God. But you know what? It turns out that everybody was having the same supply chain issues. BCW kind of ran out of stock. So I'm watching like Ripaverse trying to dunk on us. Ripaverse posted a nice meme, as they should. They should dunk on us and then pretend that they're not. They're just like, we've got our bags and boards in stock. Look at our warehouse. Lots of bags and boards. This means customer satisfaction. And I'm like, you sons of bitches. And right when they posted that, we got our notification that ours were going to be here today. And I was like, I knew it. So you didn't have any either. Random McGranderson says, merch idea. Reissue the original black and yellow all caps comics hoodie. Mine is getting a little ratty and I want another. Boy, were those expensive. I don't know. Those were really expensive to make. And we had to order a lot of those. Like, I think I had to order like 2,500 of those, minimum order quantity. And I had to run a whole campaign for them. I think they were a part of a campaign. Ordinarily, I don't really have to do that. If I want to make shirts, I can probably order shirts without running a campaign. This, what like the new stuff that we have now, I ran a campaign because I wanted a variety of different things, and it was too much money. Let's crowdfund it and see what the deal is. Getting another all caps comics hoodie would be interesting, though. I do have some new versions of hoodies that were sent my way as a thought, like really nicely constructed hoodies. And I don't know. We'll see. I can't do it now because even if I did it now, you would have it for summertime. If I began a crowdfund for it now, it'd be here for summer. You guys don't need it for summer. I'd have to get it started like in, I don't know, like 6 months or something like that. And then maybe we'd have it in time for autumn, winter. Let me see. At this point, 2,500 would go in a night. Stop being a puss, says Arthur Brown, the Uncanny Kodiak. That would be beautiful. Let me see. Have you really made it, Ethan? No one is putting stickers and money on your warehouse. What? What are you kidding me? Yes, they are. I mean, not as much as the Rippaverse guys. Swade, you guys are. Swain Wade says that seems like a stretch to say that's a diss, but whatever. Yes, it was, dude. Of course it was. It's very funny, very passive aggressive. Let me see here. Carson Depp says, ever been comics villains as evil as Hamas? Oh, here we go with this politics here. Yeah, I mean, look, all of these things, all of the stuff that happens in the news, great inspiration for actual, a creative opportunity to make villains based on things like that. Look, to me, I mean, I took SJWs. I just took like Twitter pests and I made them into really despicable villains, the Vespas. Man, imagine what I could do with something truly vile, Imagine what I could do with that. Yellow Flash says, yeah, well, there was Hitler. Thanks, Yellow Flash. You're right about that. Chris M's here. He says, cheers, EBS in the chat. Here in the Steadfast says, well, there's Stalin as well. Stalin was bad. We could probably come up with a few. If we put our heads together, we could probably think of a few pretty evil characters from history. We really thought about it. Yeah. All right, so tonight we got a bunch of stuff. First of all, our pal, our good friend, Camel Moon, is launching the finale for Hail Salad tonight. I expect John Malin to probably show that. I might show it too. I don't know what I'm going to do. Am I going to stream over John Malin or am I going to quit the show? Hold on a second. Let me ask the chat. Do I continue streaming or do I just quit in 10 minutes? I'll go right back to work over there. I'll let John Malin have the floor, or I could help John Malin remotely from here promote his campaign. What are the politics of this? Speaking of politics, bring John on, says Jeff. Well, I mean, he could if he wanted to, but Stream Snipe Malin says maybe human. Bring John in. Bring him here. Well, I mean, he's got his own stream. I don't know. Quit, says Sheeple Hunter. Just quit. I don't know. Swoop. I like the idea of a bunch of Comicsgate shows happening at once. Steamroll Malin. Here's what happened. Last night there were 4 shows going on, and we split the audience. Like the Comicsgate audience is about 2,000 people, like the live streaming audience. When I post a live stream, it'll get 12,000 views in 2 days. You know what I mean? But when it's live, I had 1,000 people, maybe 1,200 people. If I'm saying something crazy, if you got me in here and I'm, doing a stream like a drama stream, I can get 1,600 people in here. I got to do more drama. People really do like drama. But for the most part, I think there's 2,000 Comicsgate live viewers at any given time. And we split them 4 ways yesterday. It was great. It was like everybody had roughly 400 and change viewers. And they just kept going. It was terrific. Here's Got the Frag, who says, bought a small military green Cyberfrog shirt for my wife. She's a normies, but likes it. But likes that it says Marlton, New Jersey. Thanks, C. Oh, cool. Yeah, we want to bring some infamy to our town. Our lovely little Republican hamlet of South Jersey. Marlton, New Jersey is a really, really super nice town. You leave it in any direction. You go to Cherry Hill. That's nice. Cherry Hill's good. Mount Laurel's nice. Medford is good. You go to Collingswood. It is what it is. Stop everything and send me my honeycomb box. Okay, hold on. We're getting there. Don't worry. We'll get it out. It's amazing to me that there are still people who are like, I didn't get my thing yet. It's like we've sent almost 11,000 boxes out. And there's still people who are like, where's my package? I completely understand the impatience of it all. By the way, we have 8 honeycomb boxes that got returned to us. Does anybody want them? Does anybody want one of the 8 honeycomb boxes that got returned to us? Or what do we do with those? Apparently, like, there were people who were like angry about how late it got. And so they refused them and sent them back. I had to pay for them. I had to pay like a return postage fee at the post office. Yeah, I wonder if anybody wants one of the 8 honeycomb boxes we got back. I'll ship them out. I don't know what else to do with them. I want them to be owned by people. What are they going to be? Like in our garage? If people are just like, fuck you, Ethan. I don't want your honeycomb box. Why wouldn't you just take it and sell it? Like, I don't understand. But it's really embarrassing because the box comes back and it just says refused in black marker on it. Refused. Yeah, it's kind of a... Hold on. Let me just allow myself to feel that in my heart. You worked for 3 years on this project. You created something absolutely beautiful and worth the money that people invested in you. Worth the money. I mean, obviously it is. It's not even debatable like it is. There are people who invested $200 in you because they believed in you once. And they invested $200 in you, and you took it and you created a book that is getting great reviews. Like, people are actually saying the writing is really good and the story is deep, and the artwork is actually something that you can actually taste. It's an amazing project. And then you included toys. You made toys, dude. Nobody's made toys. And people haven't made toys like you have. You did that. You included those for free. You made a box that when people receive it, even though it took 3 years, it took 3 years of agony. I mean, it really was agony to make this book. It was a creative journey. And then the people who invested in you, some of them bought more than one. They're able to sell them for 2, 3, sometimes 4 times what they paid for them. But there are some people who refused it. They were angry with you for taking so long to make art. Hey, you took too long. You took 3 years to make art. And then they sent it back to you with a big stamp that said refuse. They spit in your face. Hold on a second. Andrea, take me to the ER. It's happening again. Absolutely incredible. All right, so we got 8 of these. All right, I just felt the pain of that. I wanted to feel that. I wanted to actually feel that sorrow for a minute. But we got 8 of these. I'll figure out what to do with them. Let me see. Can I have all 8? Says Ovaltine Patrol. Yeah, I mean, here's the problem with that. Like, hold on. Got the Frag says, or you turn the wrong way and end up in Batstow Pine Barrens with no internet and dirt roads. Yeah, well, the Pine Barrens are beautiful. I love the Pine Barrens. I love driving through them. I would never refuse you, Ethan, says Chris Topher. Thank you very much. Nobody eats pie like you. Oh yeah. I did eat a pie today. Haven't eaten a pie in a year, but I got a small pie at Rostelli's, an apple pie, and I did eat it with my bare hands. It was really nice. I'll take one. I missed it. I got the blood honey and red. Oh, you don't sit Urashima. You need one, obviously. Hold on. Let me cope and seethe. Cope and seethe, says Owazaru. Owazaru, are you not my friend anymore? What did I do to you? What is going on?
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. coping so high. Coping and seething.
Thank you, Christine Benner. Appreciate you. By the way, yeah, we saw your stuff went out. I know it's in the mail. JC Squared said, nice hat, Ethan. Thank you. This is also available on our eBay store. Go grab one. Tom Tuttle brings the fun. He says, buying my dad his first all caps cap. That'll make 4 Tuttle generations in all caps gear. Oh, I love to hear that. Thank you so much, Tom. Appreciate you. Ethan, how many Dark Harvest pages are you up to? Nice Gumby costume. 7 Dark Harvest pages. 7 are completed at this point. And what it's going to do is, if you read Wreck Planet, you're going to, you're going to see, I expanded it a little bit. I made it a little bit more, the story is a little bit more generous. I gave you more information, I think, more answers, right, than I originally intended to. I was originally only going to show you what Lily saw in the cave. And then I expanded it outwards so that you are going to see what Dystopia and Colin's agenda is. And then also Dystopia's agenda. Her name is Anne in the book. You see them scheming. That's going to be made explicitly clear to you. And you're going to, I think it's going to help you to understand a little bit more about what Dystopia is doing in the camp, and what Colin wants, who he is, and also how Scorpion fits into all of this. So it's going to be a nice, a generous bit of information. Okay, a little bit more info about the story. A very nice chunk of comic book reading, I would say. Lore is the word that we want to do. Let me see here. Coping, get wrecked, Ethan. Andrew Sabina says, how did you like Starship Repo? I'm 4 chapters into it, and it is dog shit. I can't even... And nothing happens. There's no plot. There's just no plot. I gotta finish it because I want to do those reviews, but it really is terrible. Let me see. Hey, EVS. This is Fear Monarch. He says, found a signed slab. Batcat Trail of the Gun. It's Trail of the Gun at my local comic shop the other day. It was slabbed, really? Rome Grown says, Dystopia might be a more dangerous villain than the Vespers. Explicit, says Adventure Industries. When did I say explicit? Did I say something with the word explicit? Could Dark Harvest be numbered 2.5? I.e., is that where it fits? What would Death's Sting be? So what it's going to be is Death's Sting is going to be 2.1. Hold on a second. No. Heartsick Horror would be 2.1. Death's Sting. I might do a thing on Heartsick Horror 2.1. Where is that? Let me think it through. Dark Harvest would be it would be. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. I mean, it comes directly after Wreck Planet, right? So, but like Salamandroid Death Sting, I guess in a way comes before Wreck Planet, if you read it. I don't know. Aaron Sleeper says, just curious, is All Caps Comics ever going to expand to other titles outside of the Cyber and Amphibiverse? Yeah, I like that. Yes, I announced that yesterday. You know, if you are a member of my Subscribe Star, you got updated today on what's going on there. I'll show you guys if you want to see. I'll give you a little peek. I'll give you a little peek at the Subscribe Star and what these guys got today, the info that they got. There we go. They got a little vlog. That's no big deal. Fearsome is in development. This is a superhero horror comic I've had in mind since we first started Comicsgate. I'm writing it now with David Williams on art duties. Here's the first look. So this is David Williams and I are working on a book called Fearsome. This is the main character. It's a ghost superhero book, is what it is. That's what it's all about. I want to do for ghosts like what Anne Rice did for vampires. I want to explain them. I want to explain the world of ghosts. And so there's this. Let me see. Let me go back one. And then, shoot. Let me see what happened here. View tab, StreamYard, stop sharing. I got rid of it entirely. How did I get rid of my subscribe star? I wanted to show you this other piece of beautiful David Williams artwork. David's so great, man. All right, let me see. Share screen. There we go. One more time. This is the main character. He is a narcoleptic who becomes this heroic-looking character in the dream world. He's I don't want to talk to him. It's astral projection. It's ghosts. It's disembodied souls. It is that kind of a thing. Murder mystery. So you're going to see this happen. I don't know when. I got David Williams drawing it right now, and when he gets enough pages done, I'm going to launch the campaign for it. I haven't decided if it is a Comicsgate Arena book yet or an all caps comics book yet. Comicsgate Arena is more explicit and everything like that. All caps comics is all audiences. Teenagers, like 12 and up, I think, or all caps comics age. I haven't decided yet, but there's that. There's also Elephant, which is definitely a Comicsgate Arena book. There is Lynx, which is Cyberfrog Universe, and then there's Heather Swain, Earth is for Everyone, which is will be coming next year. It is Heather Swain at age 13 from 1993 all the way to 1996, what her life was about. And that is also obviously Cyberfrog Universe. But yeah, we're expanding a little bit, Aaron. We're going to have more books, and at least 2 of them are outside of the Cyberfrog universe. Here's Drew with Comics Elite. Wow, for $20. Unholy Nightmare is now live, the best superhero monster comic in crowdfunding. Better than anything you'll get from DC, Image, and Marvel. Everyone will be blown away by the action, gore, and the world we're building. Wow. Oh, well, that sounds great. Frakoff Felgercarb just joined. Hey, thank you, Frakoff Felgercarb. I appreciate that. Hey, guys who joined, you can go to our community tab, and there's a secret link to buy the new Comicsgate hoodie. You can only get it if you are a YouTube member here, a channel member. There's a link that'll take you to a secret tab on our Dark Harvest campaign, I think, and you can get this camo hoodie with the orange lettering on it, big orange snake on the back that says Comicsgate. It's fucking awesome. Join or die. Nita Scorpion. I don't mean you join I meant the snake symbol. I don't mean you join the channel or die. No, stay alive, please. Jose M says Nita Scorpion PVC. Yeah, we got a lot to do, guys. We got a lot to do because I've got the Heather Swain PVC that I haven't done yet. It's right. See that like brown Heather Swain right there where my finger is stroking her right now. It's like, wait, I'm touching her boobies. That is the PVC. That's the Heather Swain PVC, a big blown up model of it that comes with Cyberfrog and Salamandroid. I gotta crowdfund that. So I just there's so much to do. There's just so much to do. I got to do that. I would have added it to Cyberfrog 3, but I think the freebie for Cyberfrog 3 are the race cars instead. And then we'll get around. We'll do it. I mean, as long as you guys are here and you're willing to back these projects, I'll make all the toys that you guys want. Salamandroid is a big deal. Salamandroid, I know everybody wants them. If you can see again right over my shoulder here, you see Cyberfrog and Salamandroid, the fist bump piece here, the team up cover. That's the scale that Salamandroid is going to be compared to the Cyberfrog action figure that you have. That's how big the Salamandroid toy is going to be. He's going to be about 18 inches tall. His tail is going to be about 36 inches long. And he's a big mother effer. I got to try. I'm going to try to make that with you guys. We'll see how it goes. Eric Huffle says we're going to need a spreadsheet to figure out the Cyberfrog reading order. Oh, boy. All right, let me see. Frakoff Felgercarb says, good evening. Now go to sleep. That looks great. So people like the Ghosts Are Scary, says Adventure Industries. Is it a space ghost? No, he's not a space ghost. Is his name Fearsome, like Isom? No, but that's pretty cool. I like that. Let me see. Cyberfrog and Rainbow the Brood are cool, but I prefer something like Fearsome. We got something for everyone. So we got kind of a funny cartoon book with Rainbow the Brood. We got Cyberfrog, which is like Turtles meets Walking Dead, which is kind of what it is, let's be honest. And then we got Fearsome, which is a straight up superhero horror book. And I think it's good. I think it's unique. There's nothing like it. You're not going to be able to compare it to anything. I don't think I pulled it. The only thing that I could say is that like I've wanted to do a Ghost Rider story for a long time, and obviously he's got a skull that has kind of, he's got a blue cord that stretches from his forehead to his dreaming self. That I guess you could kind of say is like flames, little Ghost Rider-esque. They look a little similar, but let me see here. Asshole projection says Gordox. No, astral. Asshole projection. Hold on a second here. So Arena is your epic comics. Ethan says demonized. Epic. No, I wouldn't say so. What I think Arena is, I like the word arena because it literally is. First of all, there's the Roman context. We've used Roman imagery a lot in Comicsgate, so I like the idea of an arena. But an arena is a testing ground, right? Gladiators fight in the arena, and it's a testing ground to test your mettle. You know what I mean? So Comicsgate Arena would be a place for ideas to go to get tested. And in order to do that, I believe that there shouldn't be any restrictions. Just like in an arena, you'd be allowed to draw blood and kill someone if you needed to. In fact, you're supposed to. There are no restrictions. There's no censorship. It's you on the stage proving an idea. So a lot of the ideas I got, John Malin's the first one, right, with Black Riding Hood. And I think everybody loved it. And so that's the standard right there. Doesn't have to be long. They can be short books. We'll make them into 24-page books. They're going to look like regular comic books. Yeah, it's a chance for you to get out there in front of a big crowd. We have the biggest crowd here. We sell the most comic books, I believe, in Comicsgate right here. And your ideas will get tested. They have to get past me first. I have to see the story and go, yeah, I'm going to publish that. And what you'll get with Comicsgate Arena, let's just say you're a guy, you're a creator, you have a story, and I like it. I'll offer you a page rate to buy it from you. So I will own it. I will own the material, not the characters, but I will own the story. Like I own John Malin's Black Riding Hood story, but I don't own his character. I have the right to reprint it. He doesn't, but maybe he'll be a good boy for Christmas and he'll get that back one day. We'll see. So that's the way it'll work. I'll pay you a page rate for your story. I'll own your story. I'll own the publishing rights to the story, that particular story. And then I'll give you 100 copies of the book. And then after that, I will print it to order. So we'll keep the idea of Comicsgate Arena also is that it's going to be printed to order. It'll be a limited item. If we sell 500 copies, we're printing 600 copies, okay, so that you can get your 100. And we'll do it that way. Let me see here. Scrolling down. Jose M says, want to make Cyberfrog be a never-ending healthy franchise? Listen to Kathleen Kennedy and put a chick in it and make her gay and lame. Yeah. Well, there are chicks in it. I realized the other day that, it's I don't really have a lot of the male characters in Cyberfrog are all monsters and the women are beautiful. I mean, you got Lily, she's female, but Heather Swain, beautiful girl, Dystopia, female. It just seems like the male characters in Cyberfrog are either monsters on the outside or monsters on the inside. And I think that's interesting. I don't know where that's coming from, but that is something about the book. There will be no gay or lame. Well, there might be gay. I don't know eventually, but no lame characters at all. No plans to put anybody in there who's gay. You know why? Because everybody else is doing it. Let me just say right now, there will be no homosexuals in Cyberfrog. There just won't be. I don't want to do it because everybody else is doing it, and it'll look like a virtue signal. So for that reason, I'm going to avoid it. Humanity's been decimated. 10% of people are left on the planet. I think it's fairly easy to avoid having to make that kind of a statement. Don't need to do it. Hooters Yum 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 says, Fearsome sounds like Sleepwalker mixed with Ghost Rider. Okay, yeah. That's fair enough. Let me see. Scrolling down. Kevin Dory says, yes, I ordered Death Sting and 90 Cyberfrog. When will those be shipping? Thank you. Did you order them on the Dark Harvest campaign? Is it like a 90s, like a budget 90s? What is it? Discount 90 Cyberfrog? We'll be shipping those fairly soon. There aren't too many of them, and we'll go through the Dark Harvest campaign and fulfill all the Death Stings. Those are easy to do. We'll take care of you probably within a month. I want to get all this stuff out. Let me see here. Ethan is projecting his monster self, says Rachel Brinkley. Yeah, maybe. Like, I don't know. I just, I don't know why that is. I don't think it's anything. Is it anything subconscious? I don't know. Will there be pansexual, says Wilberforce Wooster? Probably not. No, I don't think so. Homosexuality makes no sense in an apocalypse. It's like, I'm not saying that it isn't in there. Like, I'm not saying none of the characters are gay, but we won't make a point of it. These characters are in a loving gay relationship. We're not going to do that. We're just not going to make a point of that. Everybody that you're going to see is, we're just not doing that. Any self-insert in Cyberfrog, Ethan says, Test Chimp. Well, yeah, all of the characters are some aspects of me or my friends or my life. That's just the way it is. I don't know how to write any other way, really. Cyberfrog is me in a way. So is Salamandroid. There's a lot of also, I told Zach this once, I said, there's a lot of you in Salamandroid. When I'm writing Salamandroid, sometimes I think about some of the stuff that you've said or done, and I kind of put that into his character. Heather Swain, there's a lot of Andrea in Heather Swain, but she's not Heather Swain. Like, it's not a one-to-one comparison. It's just that sometimes Andrea will say things to me that are so great, and I'm like, that's Heather. That's Heather. That's Heather's in there. Scorpion, there's a little bit of Vox Day in Scorpion. Don't tell him that. But I mean, there's, that's all these characters sort of, they're me and they're other people, and they're inspired by people that I've interacted with, stuff like that. I don't know if that, if everybody does that. I don't know if that's what self-insert is. I don't think so. It's just that, you have to write from a place of, where you're grounded and you understand. Is Lily based on anyone? No. Lily just kind of represents a hope for the future. Do you understand? Like, Lily represents, do I tell you guys stuff like this? Is this something that we talk about here? Lily represents a hope for the future of humanity. And in like a wider sense than, I guess, like in a more, allegorical sense, Lily represents a hope for the future of comic books. Do we go further than that? Do I tell you more than that? I don't know. Scorpion is the best character, says Jiff. Yeah, he is. He's great. No, she's not Ava. There isn't, no, she's not Ava. Lily is looking for something. Lily is looking for her father, who's missing. Her father is, has gone, and she's just like, there's got to be something better than this. So, Jiff says, I hate kids in stories. I like them because they represent, like, a kid is in a story to get into trouble, and to cause the adult characters to have to act. You have a kid in a story, and what you have to do with that kid is you have to make the kid do something that a kid does, which is to get them in trouble, which is to move the story forwards and make everybody have to do something because the kid is in trouble, because the kid did something that a kid would do. Juan Wong says, How about a character named Alex who fell into a toxic pool of water and turned into a gay amphibian? I mean, maybe. No, Lily is not Ava at all. I don't have Ava in the book, although I have used Ava for a model a couple of times for Lily. You know. Did Ripa start a new show with ads to spite you? Says Jose M. Maybe, I don't know. I saw that they were doing a show together. I think that's good for them. Let me see here. It has to be realistic or people won't vibe with it. Yeah, all these characters have to be based on real people. And when they are based on real people, you know how they'd act. You have to understand what all of them are doing and what they want, what they're trying to do. And if you understand that, like, if you know if there's like an underpinning of real people and it's not 100%. There's no 1-to-1. Cyberfrog isn't 100% me. I didn't fail in my mission to save the world. It's not who I feel like I am in any way. Or is it? You never know. But there are certain aspects of him, that are me, and it's interesting. Like Cyberfrog is like the nihilism, the teenage nihilist that I was in the 90s, confronted with the real world now, the world that's changed. And can in the comic book sense, it's like, can a character from the 90s, this is why people are like, some of my detractors say things like, well, it's just a 90s book. You're doing a 90s book. And it's like, well, no, it's a modern book. It's just that what Cyberfrog represents is he represents an era. Okay. If you look at this as an allegory for the comic book industry, which it also is, it's not entirely what it is, but it's part of that. Cyberfrog is a character that lived and thrived in an environment like the 1990s comics, where everything was chaotic and you could do whatever you wanted to do and you could say whatever you wanted to say. Violence, sexism, like all of that stuff was just rampant in comics. And you were just allowed to be yourself. You're allowed to just make these crazy comics and people bought them. And there was nobody overlooking you and telling you can't do that. And Cyberfrog is that character, but he's been asleep for 20 years. So he wakes up today when things are just completely different, where there is, you live in this nanny state. Like the Vespis are just literally hanging over you and watching over your every move. And they've made it so that, can a character like Cyberfrog even exist anymore? Does he belong here? The world has changed so much that can it ever be back to normal again? Can it ever be back to the way it was? Should it be? Like, is it better this way? Like, all these things are, in Cyberfrog. We'll talk about it when everybody's got Cyberfrog Rack Planet. I'd love to talk about it with you guys. I really would. It's a project that's meant a lot to me, and going forward, I mean, the third issue I think it's even better. I'd like to talk about it and go through it with y'all. Rumgrunt says Trick was frozen in time in 1998. He awakened to a wrecked planet in 2018. Correct. Let me see. Here's Liam. Oh, Liam's here. He says all this shit is interesting. Thanks, Liam. More of this. Yeah, I don't know how much I can say because you want people to sort of arrive at their own conclusions, but when you read a piece of artwork. But again, part of what we're trying to do here, and part of what I want Comicsgate to be, is to talk about story, so that whatever I know about it, I can impart to you guys. Whatever I'm doing, I can impart to you, and maybe you'll learn something from what I'm learning, and then hopefully I'll learn something from whatever you guys know. Let me see. Travis Parrish says, did you see hockey player Adams Johnson manslaughtered on ice? No. Well, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. No, I didn't see that, Travis. God help him and his family. That's terrible. Geek Hero Bubba says, Cyberfrog Rack Planet was incredible, Ethan. Thank you, Geek Hero Bubba. Appreciate it. Jenko Morningstar says, hello, Ethan. Is there anyone based on Zach in Cyberfrog's world? Yeah, I think Salamandroid is. But not completely, because Salamandroid's also kind of a loyal, kind of a dog-like character. But then again, like I used to say that Zach is was like a pit bull. Like when he had an idea, like he wouldn't let it go. He was like a dog, a dog with a bone, just fucking, like, I'm gonna hammer this. You're gonna be like, all right, that's enough, Zach. And he just would keep kind of, when he was on Facebook, especially, Zach would just go in on a point. And like, if he thought you were saying something stupid, and he used to do this to SJWs, he used to beat him down into the ground. It was great. So in a way, that's Zach. And this idea, when Zach famously said to me, like, I'd take a bullet for you, that's Salamandroid for Cyberfrog. Like, his job is to lay down his life for Cyberfrog and protect Cyberfrog. Cyberfrog is the one with the mission. It ain't Salamandroid. Salamandroid is just to take fire almost. So in a way, I think Zach has made it clear that that's who he is too. Yeah, there's a little bit of Zach in there, but he's also, like, Zach is very, very intelligent. Salamandroid is all heart. He's not, I wouldn't say Salamandroid is extremely intelligent. He's just, he's all heart. Sal isn't exactly like Zach. Sal doesn't eat tacos or talk long hair. Yeah, Sal doesn't talk random crap. Well, maybe he does. We haven't spoken with Salamandroid in a long time. Here's Israel Garcia. I got my books, but they were sent in a huge box, all loose with no bags and boards. Luckily, none were damaged. But what the fuck, man? This has never happened before. Israel, I apologize. I talked about this at the beginning of the stream, and I talked about it yesterday too. We had a severe supply shortage where we just were unable to get bags and boards. And yet we had all kinds of manpower, and we wanted to get your books to you. So I made a snap judgment, which might not have been a good one. I said, I think people would rather have the books now and be able to bag and board them themselves, and we can probably get them to them safely with bubble wrap and in a box. Evidently, that wasn't a good idea. And so if your books were damaged, I apologize. We'll replace them. We got bags and boards now, but there was like a 2-week delay. And we didn't want to have to sit there and not ship Wreck Planet to people during that. It was a really unpleasant situation. But I want you to know that, like, we'll try not to let something like that happen again. Take responsibility for it, and appreciate your understanding. Yeah. Ethan is a cheap ass. I'm not, dude. You should see. Oh my God. You should see what my shipping bills are. Crazy. Let me see. Stop, Ethan. Questions about the story are dumb questions and are only asked in bad faith to annoy the creator. Oh, you're being sarcastic. Yeah, I love to talk about Cyberfrog. I really do. I love it. Obviously I think about it a lot, Ethan, next time, no bags and boards, Ziploc bags like Wanger. B. Ewing says, mine shipped that way too, but surprisingly no damage. Yeah, we put out 100 packages like that. Here's the good news, though. I kind of felt all right because at least that was a really good situation. I mean, that tier that we shipped out 100 of with no bags and boards, that was 8 comic books for $100, and it just started out being 4 books in a folder. You got 2 copies of Wreck Planet, I think, and 2 copies of Death Sting, but it expanded and doubled, and for just $100, the price never changed, and I thought that was pretty good. So at least you're getting a lot of great books, and if they're damaged, yeah, it's all good. None were damaged. Lesson learned, though. You have to appreciate that. Wazru says, Ethan rubbed his hands together like a fly and thought, I can save thousands by keeping all the bags and boards for myself. Yeah, I know. We got detractors asking gay up questions like, what was your favorite part? Oh, yeah. My favorite part of Cyberfrog Wreck Planet was the second to last page. And like when I wrote the second to last page, I was really happy about it because I had Heather Swain turn to God, and it's very subtle. It's not like a big deal, but I've mentioned God in Wreck Planet and in Salamandroid Death Sting in a way that I don't think is intrusive. I don't think it's like gay, when Smiller, works Christianity into the book, but it's this idea that even though the world has become what it is, God still rules, and God is still up there. And when things are at their worst, what did I do? What should you do? What did Heather do? She knelt in prayer. So it's subtle. She just mentions God. She's talking to God. And I like that. That kind of made me a little bit weepy because it was so meaningful to me. But I think when you're reading the book, you just pass right over that. I don't think it's like anything that people are going to go, oh no, there's like Christianity in here. I don't think it's not even Christian. It's just prayer to God. Chuck Finley says, idea for multiple add-ons and perks. How about an option to have it all shipped at once, all one order? Yeah, I know. It'd be really hard to orchestrate that, Chuck. The way that when you're dealing with 12,000 orders in one campaign, the way that you ship that is not to go individual by individual. You have to go, okay, so this is a tier that has, this is one tier and 2,500 people ordered this tier. Let's make 2,500 boxes and then we'll slap the labels on them. And that's how you cut down the numbers. It's like, okay, now we only have 9,500 orders to ship. What's the next biggest order that we can work on? And that's the only way to do it. I mean, if we went person by person like that, it would take even longer. And this, it already takes a long time. So that's a good idea. I wish we could do that. We'd probably save a little money if we could do that. But Indiegogo definitely doesn't make that easy either. Zay Comics says, Last Hail Salad is on now. Heads up. Oh, well, might take a look at it. I might just sign off and let John Malin do his thing. SmartRN1 says, I got my Sal Death's thing today. The textured cover and bios on the back are tremendous. Thanks, brother. SmartRN, it's not just textured, it's glow in the dark. All three Death's things. And it was expensive and it was time consuming to do this. So I want you to actually take the time to go and put that under the light for a little while. I think you have to hold it under a light bulb for a few minutes and then take it into a closet and then enjoy the glow in the dark aspects of Cyberfrog or Salamandroid Death Sting. All three covers glow in the dark. And while you're here and while you're thinking about it, go to the Dark Harvest campaign. And, pick up copies. If you haven't bought all three copies of Salamandroid Death Sting, the main cover, which is a triple fold-out cover by me, glow in the dark, Rocafort variant, which is glow in the dark, and also Kelsey Shannon variant, which everybody loves. This one looks especially cool because it's this like garbage in the air that glows in the dark. It just looks really, really nice. Kelsey Shannon variant, this is the lowest print run. Grab these now. Go over to Dark Harvest and make sure that you get all of the Death Stings. Finally. And by the way, we sold out of Unforgettable Tales, the hardcover. Sold out of them. Unbelievable. Thank you so much for that. We sold out of like all of the hardcovers before we've even shipped the first one. Cyberfrog Wreck Planet. They are all in our warehouse right now. Cyberfrog Wreck Planet is here as well. If you don't have a copy of that, you can get it here, and this will ship before it goes on to our eBay store. You can get all three Salamandroid Death Sting here below. 5 copies of Dark Harvest. Maybe you want to do that too. There's going to be another Dark Harvest variant fairly soon as well. I've only got one variant one cover for Dark Harvest. That is not good enough. But the Cyberfrog Blood Honey Chromium books, we got a look at what the Chromium covers look like. They look awesome, and it has a number 1 on it. So I'm actually going to number the books now. We're going to do. I'm going to be adding also a Diary of Heather Swain, 1998, the Diary of Heather Swain book, full size, and it's going to have a 1.5 on it, so that you know that you read it directly after Blood Honey. We'll be putting that up. I'm finishing up the new cover for it right now. The new cover is really fun. It's like Heather Swain lying on her tummy on a pillow and like writing in her diary, and all around her like the events of the book. And Cyberfrog Salamandroid, the Vespis, even Tromedeus is on that cover. It's really cool. So we're gonna have that up here pretty soon as well. Thanks everybody for backing this. Also, Cyberfrog 3 Red Extermination. Live and still looking for backers. I appreciate you guys. We're going to be showing you the villains cover, the heroes cover, and then also the Salamandroid Poison Pact cover, which is Salamandroid 2. If you read Death's Thing, you know that Salamandroid's offered a choice, and you'll find out what his decision is and then where that takes him in Salamandroid Poison Pact. I guess by the name, you can probably figure out what his choice was, the name of the book. So there you go. I love it. I love what we do. I love making comics. I love talking about comics. You know, I appreciate all you guys. Here's David Williams. Fearsome. Hell yeah, David. Everybody's excited for Fearsome. Nobody more excited than me, though. Yeah, soon the fans will be more excited than me. I can't wait. Fearsome finally underway, and I'm glad I waited. I'm glad you're the artist for it. To remind you guys also, that deal is still there. If you go to Dark Harvest and you back anything, when you check out, you can get a Vespis toy. You can get a Vespis forager at a discount. Normally these are $75. You can get a forager with green eyes for $30 with any purchase at all. Also, there is a 90s Cyberfrog toy there for $25, I think, with purchase. You can get both of them with one single purchase. So don't miss out on that. And it's also on the Cyberfrog 3 campaign as well. When's Kelsey coming back? Kelsey didn't go anywhere. I saw him on Graybeards today. He did really, really good. He just likes to do these drawing streams, I think. He really enjoys the drawing streams more than anything else. All right. I think with that, I'm going to go because John Malin has launched his new thing. So, I got 8 honeycomb boxes. Camera is focused to the background, not to my face. Really? You think? I like it. I like being fuzzy. Focus on the background. Don't focus on my face, Adventure Industries. I like that better. Day of the Dead deal, says Indiegogo Comics. Yes. Not 13 says, thanks for talking about Cyberfrog with us. I love this stuff. Yeah, anytime. Just ask questions. You know, it's the thing about Cyberfrog is not to blow my own horn, but like I think the more you look into it, the more you'll find. I thought it through very, very carefully. It is pretty well layered and pretty full of meaning about the things that we care about. You know, and I think that it will reward, especially when you read Blood Honey, read all of it all the way through. I think you're going to finally get it. Tom Tuttle is such a smart guy. Like when he read Wreck Planet, he'd read all the other books before that. He just sent me a nice message, all excited, like that he'd figured it out. And he was right. He was great. Let me see. Smart RN says, just tried the glow in the dark. Bro, that is awesome. Textured and glow. Level up cover. CG Rising. Yeah, we did it. We did it right. The glow in the dark was expensive, but we paid for it. We did it 3 different ways. And the books are worth it. They really feel like, you're right about the texture of the books. All 3 of the covers feel like a classic Marvel comic book from the 1990s. Cardstock, glow in the dark. Beautiful. And I think the story and the art on the inside is good. It's a nice story on the inside with lots of lore. If you want some more information about, you know, Scorpion is featured heavily in the book. And then at the end, there are kind of like Marvel Universe kind of stat pages where you can read up on all of the heroes and the villains in the book. It's all in the back. So as promised, I think it's a pretty good book, good package. And I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you. Can't wait for my honeycomb box with Heather Swain head sketch. I'm sure it'll be here soon. Yeah, I got a whole crate of head sketches, and I got to get those boys to distribute those out to everybody. It's great. All right, what do I do? All right, I'll do it tomorrow. You know what? Tomorrow I will put the 8 honeycomb. I do want to sell them. We could probably we could use the money for bubble wrap. Tomorrow I will put the 8 returned honeycomb boxes, which were rejected by the people who purchased them. And fine, that's great. Send them back to me. I will resell them to people who will appreciate them. Tomorrow we will put them up on the campaign. I'm trying to think of which campaign. I'll figure it out tomorrow, but I'll let you guys know. Let me see. Old Man Young the Clown says, got all my mailing cuts, but some of the orders didn't have the other books I ordered. Was that intentional? Got all my mailing cuts, but some orders didn't have the other books I ordered with. Was that intentional? All right. So the mailing cut books should have been shipped separately. You shouldn't have received anything with the mail-in cuts. It's the 2023 All Caps Comics and CG campaign that those came with. You might have received clothing with those, but maybe not. All other orders ship separately. They ship by campaign. Old Men Yelling at the Clouds. So if you have other books that are coming, they're still coming. Don't you worry about it. Let me see. You should probably wait for all the backers to get their boxes in case some arrive damaged. Cullen, we got extras for that. Don't worry. We got plenty of extras for damaged orders. These are people who received their boxes and rejected them. So let me see. Ethan looks slightly better out of focus. I agree with that. Tell me about it. All right. Yeah. Don't worry. Everything's coming, and we're getting close to completion. The toy campaigns are down real low. I think there's 400 orders on each toy campaign. So we're getting very close to finishing that as well. The boys are doing both of the Wreck Planet campaigns. The 2023 CG and apparel campaign is done. Project Stone Poorly says it's finished. It's completely fulfilled. Hey, Uncle E, saw your stream with Liam. Russell M. Nelson said we should... Oh, a Mormon thing. Russell M. Nelson said we should work to be peacemakers. Man, that is good stuff. Hail Frogman. Yeah, I'll say I got some messages from people having seen Liam Gray on the show. A couple of people said, don't you understand? This is a guy who did this and that and this and that. Yeah, I think he did all those things under duress. But moreover than that, there are some people who I don't think I will ever be able to forgive and forget because I remember what they did, and I don't think their intentions are good, and they're never coming back here. I think you can probably guess who those people might be. Somebody like Liam Gray, he's a creative person. He's somebody who's creating books. I think he got sucked into a lot of drama. I will say 90% of the feedback from Liam Gray's appearance was people really liked it, and I think that's good. People backed Dino King. People liked Liam. I think the stream where he was just allowed to speak and answer questions without being ridiculed. We ribbed him a little bit, but I think it humanized him, and people really enjoyed him. So I would say 95% of the feedback I got about Liam was glowingly positive, and so that's good. He's welcome back. All of these guys are. Listen. Here's the thing. Like, what is my goal here? My goal here is to make it easier. I'm always going to sell comics. Maybe not. Maybe I won't always make $1 million per campaign. I will. But maybe I won't. That's fine. I'm still going to be able to sell Cyberfrog, Fearsome. We're going to do fine here, All Caps Comics. It doesn't mean much if I'm the only one who's succeeding. That's how I feel. I don't know why I feel that way. But immediately when I got my success with Blood Honey, I realized that the comic book industry was indeed dying. No matter who wants to say that that's not true or whatever it is, Comicsgate means a lot to me. It's a sincere venture. It's not cynical. I'm not focusing on woke. Everything's woke. I don't do that. When something's woke, I call it woke, but I want people to understand what woke means. If woke were to end tomorrow, I would rejoice and I would still be able to sell Cyberfrog. What I want to do with my life and what I want to do with Comicsgate is I want to promote indie creators who are enthusiastic. I want them to learn to tell stories better. As I told Liam yesterday, I said, storytelling isn't just comic books. It's in everything that you do. When somebody asks, like, why did I get my comic books, in bubble wrap instead of bags and boards? That's a story. You have to tell the story. You can't just give a bland, aimless answer. You have to actually explain why. That's part of storytelling, and that's a skill that everybody here needs to learn how to do. Communication. It comes down to communication. So that's what I want to do. I want to help people who I feel, in my judgment, seriously want to learn how. And Liam is somebody who has demonstrated, even through extremely lean at times, that what he really wants to do is do comics. Even when you've seen other people who fall out with me fall off the face of the fucking earth and stop making comics because they realize, well, maybe it was just about Comicsgate. Liam never quit. Liam continued to try to make comics through all that for years. Liam kept trying to make comics. And so to me, like, he's proved his mettle. And you can feel about it however you want. You don't have to back any of these guys. The thing about Comicsgate also is that the customer rules. So the customer makes the final choices. I don't. The only choice I get to make is who I want to say, I think you should buy his book. You don't have to listen to me either. If you disagree with me, don't buy his book. Customer chooses. The customer always individually decides if they are Comicsgate, who is Comicsgate, who they want to support, et cetera, et cetera. That's something that's a power that only you guys have. But for me, I want to do what I can to help people who want to make comic books make comic books. It's unfortunate that that's a struggle sometimes. It's unfortunate that that's led to, some agony, some fighting and stuff like that. But it will. My mission is clear. What I want from Comicsgate, what I want from indie comics is clear. It's never changed. It's always been clear. People who get in the way of that, that's okay. Hop off the train or get pushed off the train. We're still going in one direction here. Anyway, I'm glad to see that some people really enjoyed Liam's appearance. I think it's good. I think you should back Dino King. But if you don't, that's your choice. Is Liam going to be back on the show? If he wants to, sure. That's just how it is here at Comic Artist Pro Secrets. Other places can make up their own minds. Keith Dotson says, thanks for your permission to not buy something. You're welcome, Keith. I'm going to rescind that now. You have to buy everything, Keith. You do. Everything that I say, you got to support. Towering Otakon says, why do you like that? I didn't say anything like that. I didn't imply that you needed my permission to not buy something. I'm explaining to you I had a campfire tonight in my backyard. Tried to put it out with the mist setting on the hose. Fire got stronger. There might be something wrong with the water. Liam was fun. Yeah, he was fun. Thank you so much. Wish you'd play that old Titanic jet ski clip. I don't think it was a clip. I think it was just an image. Alexander Sinclair says, Ethan, my copy of Black Riding Hood, I think you mean arrived with a bent corner. Cyberfroghelp@gmail.com. You're going to have to send us a photo of that, Chief. Black Riding Hood books, we don't take people's word. We need photos of them because they're rare and they're expensive, and we only have a few of them to use as replacements. So send us a picture of your destroyed copy, and we'll send you a new one. All right. Adventure Industry says, well, guess we got to buy it all. Yeah, that's bent corner Lamau. No, listen, for real. Like, if it arrived with a bent corner, I don't know how that happened in a bag and a board, but if it did, we got to replace it, and we're going to be happy to do that. It was a parody bid. Your memory sucks, says Doug 35. I don't know what it is. Did I ever see that? Send it my way. I do not remember that. I just remember a meme that somebody made, an image of, is this what you, no. Okay. I'm thinking of something differently. Yeah, send it my way. Appreciate it. Colin says, I got a damaged book from Zach once. He said, oh, well, he didn't say that. Oh my God. All right. Hey, listen, everybody. Thanks for being here tonight. Can I ask you to go over there and watch John Malin's show? Support him. Watch the new Camo Moon video. I'm going to go over. I'm going to go back to work. I want to get this cover done tonight. So I appreciate all the super chats. I appreciate your support. Please do consider purchasing our flash sale tonight. I think you will like them. 4 Comicsgate beanies, something to wear with everything in your closet as you go outside and enjoy your autumn and your winter. We'd like to offer you all 4 of these Comicsgate beanies. Let me just show you them again. At a very low price, $70. $70 for all 4 of these. Ordinarily, I think they're $25 each. So that's a very good discount. And we'll ship them out to you tomorrow. So you'll have them nearly immediately. We appreciate your support as usual. This stuff, our eBay store, this is the money that we get to keep. This is our household budget, the stuff that we get to sell on eBay. So we definitely appreciate your support, especially when you purchase from our eBay store. Thank you so much. We owe you everything. All right, guys. I live in Florida. What will I do with a beanie? I don't know. Where's a fashion statement? Well-read comics. Just you'll look cool. That's what you do. The flash sale is the pinned link, by the way. Thank you, Eric Huffles. It is the pinned link at the top of the chat. All right. Thanks, everybody. I will see you. Oh, let me see what else is being said here. Brohawk David Williams showed some designs from the new book he's working on for you. Hot. Yeah, I showed them right here on this stream, which is probably why he went ahead and showed them. Can't wait to see pages. As soon as I have enough pages, as soon as I get like 5 pages from him, we're going to launch a campaign for Fearsome. I've got the cover already, and it's being colored right now. So we're ready to go. We're pretty much ready to go with Fearsome. Let's launch it. Let's get it done. Man, that's going to be sweet. Like the idea, if people are just like, you're not putting out enough books because it's just you. Okay, let me hire some people and let's put out some comics then. It's not that hard. Let's put out some fucking comics, guys. Let's get some books out there, and even some stuff that isn't Cyberfrog related. It's great. And David Williams is, man, what a privilege it is to get him to do this. I don't think it gets better than that, guys, and I think you're going to enjoy it. With that having been said, you guys have a terrific night. Go out there, support some Comicsgate comics, and I will see you again tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow. Don't worry about it, with another video. Take care.